Hey buddy, happy Wednesday, feliz miércoles, feliz quarta-feira, happy hump day, happy pump day. All right, so today was bench press today, and it was not the best bench press day, mainly because my shoulder is really achy, where the proximal, where the proximal biceps tendon attaches up here on the frontal labrum really bothered me today. Plus the trap, a bunch of stuff. I think I slept on the shoulder wrong for a couple nights in a row here, and I'm kind of paying the price. So I spent more time doing warm-ups. I did some band work, which I'll get back to, and then I did bench press swapping between grips, like kind of in the set. So I do 5 reps with a wider grip and then 5 grips with a narrower grip. And I just did that for 5 sets. So 50 total reps, only 135 pounds. But that was enough to get things moving, and also tell me my shoulder was tired and needed to rest. So, it was enough work, I think, for today. Considering, right, I've got a little bit, I don't know if I call it an injury, but aches and pains. And that's one of the things that, people talk about in regards to training is what should I do if I'm injured or if I have aches and pains or whatever. That's a really tough call. Sometimes doing the motion light is good. Sometimes resting is good. Sometimes not worrying too much is okay. It really depends on what the actual problem is. And I'm going to tell you what, the best person to diagnose that is really you. And the way you're going to develop those tools is by trying stuff out. But I will say that the one thing that's usually a pretty good idea for me is to give some more time towards warming up for that session. Time to feel things out, see how things are going. And in the case of today, I added some extended band warm-up stuff, just really to kind of get more juices flowing in that shoulder and feel how things are going, so I could kind of manage my expectations. One thing I do like about banded work is that the loading isn't constant. As you move through the range of motion, the loading increases a little bit. As you come back, it decreases. So it allows for a little bit cleaner movement. It makes things easier where you're weaker and harder where you're stronger, which is cool. So it's just a nice way to mix things up. And I think for warming up, it really does help, especially, initiation of the movement. It's light there, so you can get things moving without too much, jitter or whatever, form disturbance. And I think that works pretty well. All right, so yeah, managed my expectations today. Not the greatest day. Got some work in. Hopefully this shoulder, clears up here quickly. It's part of being old, part of having joint injuries, and it's just part of living, part of life. Sometimes things hurt. But, I think if you're smart and you do diligence, you can usually kind of figure out strategies and tactics to work around them. In my case, it still requires some motion, but yeah, I lighten the load a lot. Again, give myself time to warm up, maybe some very light exercises before the, barbell stuff, the compound movements. So things just to, kind of, get some motion, give yourself some loading, give yourself some more integration time to figure out how things feel, how things are going, and then go into work. But again, manage your expectations and don't push yourself too hard, because it's not worth it. And the most important thing about recovery is like about anything else in terms of hypertrophy and strength, it's consistency. So in order to recover, just like when you go and if you get injured and you go to PT, one of the best ways to get out of PT as fast as possible, so you're not paying that copay and whatever else, is to do those exercises. Do them, keep on them, do what the PT tells you, keep up with your appointments. They get you out of the PT's office quicker. I've done that plenty of times. I usually, if I do get injured and I get a script to go see PT, I'm in there for a little bit, and then they're usually like, hey, you're doing fine, get out of here. And that's because I do what I'm told, I keep it up, I do it frequently, and I'm smart about it. Do the same thing at home with the rack and with other nagging injuries, pain, whatever it may be. All right, so that's enough rambling for today. I'll have the sets on after this. One of them didn't get filmed. It was the last one. No big deal. Nothing all that interesting. All right. So until next time, happy Wednesday. Feliz miércoles. Feliz quarta-feira. Happy hump day. Happy pump day. And don't forget, get into those gyms, hit those goals, and get swole. Peace.